What's up, YouTube? Jeff Tuffner here on this Tuesday afternoon with a bit of news regarding tonight's SmackDown Live. We get to see the fallout from SummerSlam on the SmackDown side of things tonight, and there's lots of rumors going around that we could see a very familiar face show up tonight on SmackDown that we thought we might have seen on Raw last night. Didn't see him on Raw last night, but he could show up on SmackDown tonight, and it's looking like it very much could happen. And it's likely at this point. That is Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode obviously lost the NXT Championship to Drew McIntyre this past Saturday at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which immediately led to speculation that he could be coming up to the main roster. Now, I didn't think that it would be the case yet. I didn't think that would be the case immediately when he lost. I was not thinking he'd come up, but these rumors were coming out right after NXT that, almost the entire NXT roster was going to get called up, and like all the stars we're going to get called up to the main roster like this week. And I was like, why would they do that? That would be completely stupid. But we watched Raw last night. We did not see any NXT call-ups last night, so it makes me think, well, why would we see one tonight? We usually don't even see that many NXT call-ups at all at SummerSlam, Raw and SmackDown after SummerSlam. It's usually just around after WrestleMania or after, one of the other big pay-per-views or whatever. But, we saw Bayley last year get called up, and I think, I could be wrong, but Bayley, I think, was the only call-up from NXT after SummerSlam, and she was on Raw. I don't think anyone came up from NXT and went to SmackDown or anyone else on Raw. I could be wrong, though. But there have been reports that, Bobby Roode is still in Brooklyn, and actually, as a matter of fact, there was even a picture on Twitter of him actually arriving at the arena just a little bit ago at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where SmackDown is tonight. So, Dave Meltzer did note on Twitter that he was backstage at Raw last night, but what makes it more interesting this time is it's reported that the rest of the NXT roster has left New York and headed back to Orlando, but Bobby Roode obviously seen arriving at the arena, which makes you think, why would he stay back? So, only thing you could think is he's going to show up on SmackDown tonight, which hopefully I want to say he does. I'd be happy. It would be amazing if he does show up. But I still can't get over the fact that SmackDown has so many people. I feel like the roster is just over-flooding right now with people and talent. Just look at Sami Zayn, Ty Dillinger, Mike Kanellis. I know I bring this up a lot on, in my videos and stuff, but these guys are talented and they don't even get used. Where were they on the SummerSlam card? We didn't even see them at SummerSlam. I don't even think WWE had them out, like flew them out to Brooklyn for SummerSlam because they had nothing for them. And then, we're going to bring in Bobby Roode, just another, big name. I love Bobby Roode. He's great. But, you know what I mean? Like, we already have enough people on SmackDown that don't get used. And it's kind of the case on Raw, too. Not as bad as SmackDown, but there are people on Raw. It's just like, even if Bobby Roode went to Raw, Raw does not need Bobby Roode. SmackDown could use Bobby Roode. Definitely would be nice to see him there. I'd like to see him there. But it's just the fact that it's just like there's so many people, it's not there. They got to make SmackDown like an extra 15 minutes to half an hour if they want to, get all these people on because, Ty Dillinger hasn't done anything since getting called up other than a pointless feud with Aiden English. Mike Kanellis had a feud with Sami Zayn that really went nowhere. And Sami Zayn just hasn't done anything since getting called up over what, a year ago now. Like, they've had a feud. He had a feud with Kevin Owens, which was great. But then they couldn't stop going back to Kevin Owens for Sami Zayn, and then they just eventually gave up. He got buried by Braun Strowman toward the end of the year last year, in the winter time, around the Rumble and everything. Then he got into a feud with like Samoa Joe around Fastlane, and then what has he done? He had a feud with Mike Kanellis. He just put Mike Kanellis over, basically, and now nothing. You know what I mean? It's hard to believe that like last year he was on the SummerSlam pre-show. And here we are, this year we had SummerSlam just a fast few days ago, and he wasn't even on the SummerSlam this year either, so kind of stupid. But as for Bobby Roode, I hope we see him. I'd like to see him tonight, but part of me is like I kind of don't want to because it's like, unless they plan on getting him, somehow getting more people in on SmackDown and just, not having people miss every week, but we'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys think we're going to see Bobby Roode on SmackDown tonight in the comments section below. Follow me over on Twitter. I'll be tweeting live during SmackDown tonight on Twitter, so go follow me there. Link in the description as always. Leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow for my SmackDown Live review right here on the Glorious Podcast.